Remember, behind the scenes is TV 14-ish, so you'll definitely hear a naughty word or two. Welcome to Behind the Scenes from the Winter Cup 2024. Our behind the scenes coverage is what we give our Club Gym Nerd members because they pay for these trips and help us do all of these things. And so we're going to do a full episode and Club Gym Nerd members can listen live and ask questions live. We're going to do another one of these tomorrow after the actual meet happens, after women's, tomorrow that's 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 p.m. Pacific-ish, because you never know, because there's like 10 and 8 people in each rotation. So I don't know how this is going to go super fast. So we'll see how it goes. Today's Behind the Scenes from Winter Cup is brought to you by Shaposh Variations to Immediate Uprise Hindorf. That is what all the cool kids are doing. It's the new back dive mount. It's a new candle mount.
I would love for it to be the new candle mount. Do it on beam.
Somebody some Soviet probably did it, Spencer.
Yeah,
we're going to find a 7mm film of it.
Stop being a wuss. Do a Hindorf on beam.
If you guys know that you don't have to watch this or log into it, you can listen to all our behind the scenes exclusive College and Cocktails, but we have a special link and you can add it to your favorite podcast player. So remember, you can do that. No College and Cocktails today because we're here at Winter Cup.
Jessica's there. I will be watching LSU Florida, and I'm sure the scores will be great. I love them already.
Spencer will have all the gifts. Okay, we have a particular, before we get into the breaking news, we have a moment of triumph. And I would like to share about the illegal, quote unquote, measures that Jess Grava, Suni's coach, has had to resort to keep her healthy. Can she eat pickles again, or pickles still out?
No, pickles are out. Yeah, unfortunately. The diet's the hardest part. Even for national team camp, I had to buy an air fryer, and I'm illegally air frying stuff in my hotel room. I was thinking, I hope they don't kick me out for this, but I just can't take a risk for her. You just can't. So we pick a couple things that we think we can do, and yeah, she can eat other stuff, but you just can't trust what other people are putting in it. So for the most part, we're
I just
love coaching, you guys. It's called coaching.
That's right.
If you're not air frying in your hotel room, what are you doing?
If you're not cooking your athletes their food specifically for them when you travel, are you even trying? This is Olympic champion level coaching. That's what we're saying, you guys. So the breaking news, yesterday when I was in Colorado watching the beautiful snow flurries, got on the plane, looked out the window and burnt Gabby Douglas. I have tested positive for COVID, and I'm so disappointed I can't compete. She posted on her Instagram. So this is very disappointing. I soon add
that shirt to the rejected USAG merchandise department. If I had known Gabby had COVID, I wouldn't have come.
This meet is sold out, but the awesome thing is that everybody that's coming can see Suni's Jeager full, which she made, but we'll get more into that. But I want to talk about Gabby a little bit more because, we're also excited about this is, the comeback that we've been promised. She's been training for 2 years now. It's been almost a full 2 years. And I just think that, there might be some fans who are jaded and are like, this sucks because we thought we were getting, we've had this happen in the past, or we got all excited and people are coming back and then they either disappeared and never competed and no one heard from them, or, they did a comeback and it was clear they weren't ready and couldn't really do it and had no chance of really making a team. I don't think that Gabby's comeback is that. I don't think this is a publicity stunt or a thing you have to say because of agents and sponsorships. Like, I really think it's real. And I would just say, don't lose hope for Gabby. Send her nice messages on the socials.
There's April camp.
There's April camp.
There's another step in the road. It's called April verification camp.
So I did ask Chelsea and Alicia about what exactly this is a qualifier for. So this is a qualifier first. An email went out and you have to say, yes, raise your hand and say, yes, I would like to go to one of these meets. So that's number one. Like Trinity she doesn't want an assignment. She's not trying for an assignment right now. She's just like, I'm just competing.
She has Florida coaching responsibilities. She's on the floor.
It's the middle of season.
Every week. It's the middle of the season. So,
Right.
Come on.
So this is a qualifier for Baku. So one of the Paris World Cups qualifiers, but obviously not for an American gymnast because the team is already qualified. Baku, she said they'll send up to 2 gymnasts. This is a qualifier for Gymnastics, and this is a qualifier for the DTB Cup, and they'll send 3 gymnasts to that. So that's, and a qualifier, I mean, they'll choose gymnasts from this. There isn't like, if you get a 17 on bars, we'll send you Suni, but obviously, that's what should happen. So let's talk about Suni first.
Okay. Yeah.
Suni's bars. She
did it. She did it. Oh, it was
so good.
Great because we could see on the feed like how, obviously all the media suddenly gathered by bars once Suni's rotation group moved to bars, and you could tell who knew like what it was about and who didn't based on who got really excited when Suni got up to do her first touch. And it was like, guys, she's not doing it on the first. She's going to touch the bars first. She'll do a toe on. Wait a second.
Calm down.
Then she was like, but now I'm ready. And I'm ready. She did 2, right? 2 like full twisting Jaegers, hit them both.
She did 3. Actually, she did 3 times. Mm-hmm.
Hit comfortably. You could tell it's not. This is like she's like, yeah, I hit this. This is a skill that I hit, not a we'll see how it goes. Because we saw some. We'll see how it goes in this Winter Cup podium training. But this is like, yeah, I hit this skill.
Yep. If you're watching along with us, we're gonna post a video of it. And again, when we travel, the internet's not always great. So we will post this elsewhere too, because it's a little shaky here, but my God, is it beautiful. She is so consistent. It is the skill she hit every single time. No problem. The only skill she didn't make was a pack. And I swear this happens every time we just see her jump up and do a pack. She'll like biff it or hit her feet or fall on the ground. Cause like she's always doing
it's too easy. The rhythm is wrong.
It's too easy. She needs like 700 like releases before it. And that she's used to like a big swing and doing it that way. But I just thought there's no question. Like she said, she's been doing this for like about 2 years, right? And they had thought about training other things, but it is so solid. It's so consistent. My only question for you, Spencer, because I watched this in slow motion and I watched it live and I recorded it myself so I can just watch back and
obviously you're a gym nerd. We've all done frame by frame of this skill already.
Yes. Are you worried? So let me give historic context to this. Are you worried? Yes.
Are you worried? I have shown the ability to have anxiety. Yes, I am.
I always think back to Siobhan Church doing a church, which is it's a Nabieva. And she did it, but I can't remember if she did it. Anyway, it's a laid out Tkachev. I can't remember if it was toe on or Hindorfer out of a.
It's toe on. Hers is toe on. She did it pretty laid out.
Super laid out.
The church is a piked salto.
They did not give her they didn't give her what Nabieva later got. They named it a pike because what she had to do was when she caught the bar, she had to pike down because she had to slow her swing into her pack out of it. So I'm afraid watching this in slow motion 100 times. She does go around the side a little bit and she does pike a tiny. I mean, it's not tiny. It's enough that you can see the pike.
She flanks it out kind of and pikes to catch it. Yeah.
Right. But there's no reason that it's still a full. Like you're not going to downgrade it in any way, right?
There's not a skill you could credit instead. Like you can't say like she tried to do a full twisting layout Jaeger, but it's only a full twisting pike Jaeger. The full twisting pike Jaeger doesn't exist. So you have some leeway there. So for me, it's like 3/10 execution deduction for deviation from a layout shape kind of thing, probably. Yeah. But what I was thinking about, and I think it'll be fine, but of course, the anxieties. What I was worried about was, how are they describing this as the skill? Because if they're describing it as a layout Jaeger, and then the women's technical committee is like, actually, we're going to call it pike. She did not perform the skill exactly as described Miller on beam.
Right.
I was like, these are the things that go through my head when I watch it, even though it's a brilliant skill, but we can't have nice things and we can't enjoy them because we're gym nerds. We have to be like, but what will the women's technical committee say?
But how will they ruin our dreams? How?
Yeah. How? Because it always happens. Yeah.
Yeah, that little pike is making me nervous that it's not going to be credited. And that's something that can be fixed. I mean, it's
what if you just describe the skill as a full twisting Jaeger?
Yeah.
You figure out your own shape, judges. This is just a full twisting Jaeger.
Yeah. I did ask Chelsea and Jess Graba, her coach, I asked them both specifically, what is the value of the skill? And Chelsea said they hadn't had their meeting yet, so she doesn't know what it's valued at, but she'll know at the end of the day. So we'll try to tell you what the estimated value is. And again, this is like the US does it, and then you have to run it up the chain and be like, hey, FIG, FY, this is happening. Do you think also we're going to give this a Z? So it's not official until she competes it. But Chelsea doesn't know, so we'll update you guys as soon as we know. And then Jess said that he thinks it will get an H value on bars. He wants it to get an I, and then he went on an...
If dreams and grapes were rainbows and not getting an I.
He did. He was like,
very surprised.
Right. He was like, he said as much. But he did say, why can't we increase the value? Like, why should Simone be capped? Like, these things, there's no reason for to try cap this. Why shouldn't? And, obviously we all agree with that. So hello, FIG, get on it. Let's make some more history with an I. But yeah, so we'll see hopefully tonight what it's getting. Yeah. And if all of our dreams are going to come true.
Yeah. I think my question is whether it's an H or a G. Because everything on bars is a G. The Namur was a G. So I think that's my question. I think it warrants an H. I think that would make sense. But, if bars is bars, the sights is the same value as the Van Leeuwen, even though it's a half twist more. Like, these things don't necessarily logically make sense. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So this is where, if you're a regular listener, we leave you and say, thank you so much for being here. We're going to continue for our Club Gym Nerd members and discuss everything else that happened. But they are the ones that support us, and we're giving them a little extra. We'll be back tomorrow if you want to join us live at what time tomorrow?
We're saying 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern.
Yes, around then. We'll see if you want to join us live. Otherwise, our full episode will be out later that day. So thanks for listening. So let me tell you the other things that happened.